He's upset. Well, his old file's like gone. Like the computer was entirely reset. Hey, we're here. Eh, I backed it up. No, what I did is I backed everything up entirely to my to my phone. To my phone. To fucking the cloud, right? The one thing or whatever. I don't remember how this game works. You can so OneDrive, I mean. You can back up everything to OneDrive for the most part, right? And so it did for the most part, right? Uh However, with this, I had to get my old computer, and use a flash drive to copy the save data onto the flash drive into here. I don't remember how this game works. Probably. Is that how that works? It's true. Oh, Nick. I mean, I appreciate you not. Man, that is true. That is true. It has stickers on it now. Yeah. It's a habit I picked up from Jill. You should see her Xbox and her Switch. Yes. Well, I didn't put the stickers on like the glass part. Just on the front. Around the little triangle thing. I mean, that's fair. I put a Destiny decal on my Xbox One. I haven't put any stickers on my Series X or my Reach 360. Yeah, sticker that. Okay, so here's the thing about that sticker, right? Who's supposed to see it? No one. You. No one else. Of the cab, which is covered by the giant ass fucking drum when you're behind the truck. I think so. No, it's a yeah. I think it was company provided. Was it not? They have a bunch of them at Elkhorn. Yeah. Oh well. Santos has that one cut out of himself on his truck. That's pretty funny. They had a bunch of the layoff guys here today. Didn't have Ty. They had Romeo driving Ty's truck. I figured that's what that was. But he not. Right. It was slow in Gretna today. Like my first job of the day was like basically immediately at like 6:40, 6:50, right? Got loaded right away for a Birchwood job off of like oh, it's fine. Off of 31, right? 31 in the towards West Center area, right? Uh so that was right away, right? The second job I had, right, was all was not was my bad. The second job I had was at Marsh was at Crushing It, right? They were testing out a new mix, like we were, right? For a job we were like a bigger job we were going to be pouring or whatever. Like Chris Rogers and Druskus were there, and Aaron. It was like a really rocky concrete mix. I don't remember the exact like letter number combination. Um, I think it was like 1.5 inch is what people were saying was what people said. I don't know if you know what that means, Nick. Yeah, there was so many. We so we were testing it with the Marsh Creek pump, right? And it clogged immediately. Well, no, it was like the rock mix, and then like I had to add in like 35 gallons for it to work properly. I don't know what to tell you, dude. I'm just saying what happened today, right? My third job was all the way south of Mahoney, um, in some like neighborhood that was on like a sandbar. The washout was literally like a small bank of sand directly above the Platte River. So I don't know about how environmentally cool that was. And then I sat in the yard for like 2 hours. I had a nap. Then I woke up and went on my last job all the way out at off of Fort for Burmeister. Leftovers from that, and I had to take those back to crushing it. And that was my day. That was my Monday. I heard they send a bunch of Omaha of Gretna drivers down to Omaha today. 710 and 82 were down there, weren't they? Did they just like send them from? I could have swore 710 was down there. I could have swore I heard Logan talking to 710 on the radio. No, okay, well that maybe that was what it was then. Yeah, pretty good. I made sure to when I was down in Omaha to every opportunity I could to take the Leavenworth turnaround. I feel like my resolution's like slightly pixelated. I don't know. Had the no pixelation turned off though. Yeah. Where do you access that from the where do you access that? They just escape or some shit? Escape. Are you calling me a snowflake? Hmm. Is it my display resolution maybe? I have it set to what my monitor's resolution is, or maybe it's the V-Sync. Ooh, I shouldn't have did that. I should not have done that. Uh-oh. Nah, I my game isn't showing up in OBS anymore. But hey. Oh, oh fucking hell yeah. Can I commission that? Make an emote of that? No. You know that one emote, that one fucking like GIF, like hold on a second, the one meme image of like the two people fucking like of the two creatures like fucking just like kissing, right? Fuck. One sec. Let me find the picture. I found it immediately. Absolutely. Oh, I'm about to put it in Discord. There. So that, but Nick and me. What do you think? That's freaking funny. There's a lot of memes like with that. That's fucking funny. I've do these most commonly happen after certain gaming sessions, Nick? Man, I've got no bait attached. Womp womp. I wish it would just automatically move to the next kind of bait. Mm-hmm. Man. That mouth is glistening. Uh, I'm fishing and doing Uma Musume runs. It's not Ayo. Especially if that mouth is glistening. I have a fun fact for you guys. So, there is a horse in Uma Musume that is named Agnes Digital, right? That is a big manta ray. So, Digital, he was a weird horse, right? The real life one. He was able to run on both turf and dirt tracks without any issue at all. So, his nickname was hentai because in Japan, hentai's got two meanings. It's got the more known meaning, right? But also it translates directly to weird. So they called him hentai because he was weird, right? His jockey took obsessive notes on other like on horses and jockeys that they were going to be racing against. And how they translated that in game is they made her a fucking otaku shipper. Yes. And then they made her they made him or a herd that is a shipping love shipping every Uma except herself. She doesn't like self insert for some reason. I haven't done her career yet, but she's real weird. Yeah, it's not. She's the only character that's actively like that. That's like her the whole joke about her, right? Actually, Synth has her. I just got her the other day. Let's send you in Discord what she looks like. So I'm sending what she looks like in her racing gear, right? Something she says on the title screen, two official artworks, as well as what the real life horse, what he looked like. It is not poor. What, the Uma Musume? Yeah, fucking right. You're not allowed to draw stuff like that about the characters. Otherwise, Side Games will send you a cease and desist. Right. So apparently, how they get around it, right, is they just don't call the characters by their names. They'll call them like completely like just different names to get around that. There was actually a joke in the community for a bit that Side Games would send the Yakuza after you if you tried to break their terms and conditions. But Nick, you did play the game, which means you have agreed to their terms and conditions. I suppose that's fair. Right. That's why I said that's how a lot of people get away around it is by just not saying like having the characters be they are obviously the characters. They just aren't called what their normal names would be, or like Silverboat. You know, and Japan's weird with their IPs. Nah, it depends on the studio. Like Toei is real aggressive with their IP. So is Nintendo. Oh yeah, they absolutely did. Gender bent Bowser. Or if a loud enough small like a minority makes a facey fit about it. The jet. I failed a 5% training. I wither. Yeah. God damn it, Bakshi. I might make it to rank 17. Sure did, bud. That is also true. Isn't there spatial chat in this game, or am I dumb? Wasn't there spatial chat in this game, or did we use Discord last time? Oh, what's your start time tomorrow? I'm doing a blockchain run. Jesus, it's frustrating me. Hmm. Okay. Shit. You got mail. But, you just got a letter. You just got a letter. You just got a letter. I wonder who it's from. That's awesome. Why not? Heyo. Mm-hmm. What are you talking about? Where would I see this? I got a letter and a gift from Nick. Smell like the attached item. An old boot. I'm gonna deny that letter. game you have there. That's what I'm. It's not hentai, and you know it. You play it yourself. Denied. Speaking of, the banner swapped over to the third part of the anniversary event. Did you actually? Well, that's how you're supposed to take it in spurts. Most people play the game for the story, character stories. You know, they get invested in the characters. Yes. I know who you're talking about specifically, and I agree. It is still an anime. Like, it's not as fan servicey as most like type of modern anime. You know, Christina, it's not, and I would really appreciate it. Like, in all seriousness, for you guys to stop calling it that, because it's not. About 41. Probably making a World War II reference. We fought on the Eastern Front. The Western Front? The Western Front, yeah. I'm having the worst luck with these fucking training sessions. I don't think Trader Joe's does. Trader Joe's will, after you buy a tote from them, like on their reusable totes, they apparently are supposed to cut the tag off now because I guess people were like buying them just to resell them for a markup. And Trader Joe's is like, no. No, it's resellers. It's all right. It's owned by the same. It's like the sister, the brother, sister. It's related to Aldi, basically. Yeah, not often. My parents used to go occasionally when we were younger. Uh, yeah. Not a furry. I don't even have the Three Wolf shirt on anymore. Them. I'm having the worst luck with my bait today. I got one more set of bait after this, and I don't think I've gotten really anything special. Nope, out of bait. Alright. My last bait, minnows. All right, synth. I just looked through like all the ones I got, and it's like all but 9 in the game currently. And of all those, but the 9, um, like 5 of them are like openly like, oh yeah, yep, those are titties. Which, in comparison to no, it is not. Uh, in the game currently, of the ones I have, because again, I have all but 9. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 62. I have 62 currently. Two of them are swimsuits from the summer events. One of them is just like I it's like a basically a bikini top, right? Uh One of them, I don't even know how to describe that one. It's like she's wearing like a lady suit, right? And she has a tie, but the button underneath the tie is burst and she's not wearing anything underneath. So like the top button's fine, the tie is there in the middle, right? And then the next button is fine, but it's like a window. Nah. That was swimsuits. Who's the fifth one? Oh, the other one is dressed in like a the other one is dressed in like a German barmaid outfit. If you know what I mean, like one of those stereotypical ones, like you'd see in like one of those like a old bar, like a beer signs. Yeah, okay, yeah, it's like an Oktoberfest outfit then. Everything else is like very respectful. Like the designs have to be approved of by the original like actual horse's owners, right? If the horse's owners don't like him, they have to be redesigned, or they don't have the rights to the horse anymore. LOL. But like there was a bunch of Umas that were supposed to go live with the launch of the game back in like 2018 when it was first slated to come out, that completely just either haven't been added to the game to this day or have only has been added in as recently as last year. Because the game was supposed to be like originally a lot more like Yuri, a lot more shippy, a lot more etchy, right? So like the type of anime that you wouldn't want people to know at all that you watch unless you kind of like smell bad, you know? um Not hentai. It was supposed to be like an overly etchy fan service originally. But again, a bunch of the people, yeah, it's porn. Yeah. Well, I guess that would have been the original direction, but then they scrapped the entire fucking game and rebuilt everything in designs for the most part from the ground up, and we got what it is today. I've been actually listening to some like documentaries about it, right? Because it's like that big of like a sensation globally, right? Where it revitalized the horse racing industry in Japan, right? The start because it was like on the sharp decline. Uh, it brought in fans of all generations and gender. So like you got male, like guys, gals, kids. Like I'm talking in Japan specifically. Like apparently it's like common to see people like it's like in Japan, right? And this is like even before the global release. It was like common to see. It's you know how you'd see people playing Pokemon Go, right? It was like that, but with Uma Musume. And then with the global launch, instead of having like a smaller like version of that and then pittering out, it's basically the same thing but bigger. You know? Yeah, I like it. The movie was really good. Oh, heavily. The story was entirely altered as well from what they were originally trying to go with. Again, they ditched that the etchy fan service like entirely. I have 11 minnows left. Again? Question mark. What? Right. I forgot about that. having the worst luck. I got 10 more minnows to get through. I will look then. But who who oh, is Nick going to erase it? It's like the most recent Uma I ran the career through was a Uma named Majiro Arden. The real life horse had a lot of medical issues. Um, and they translate that to in the game, the character she's very fragile. She has a debuff where sword, cool. That's awesome. The game translates it to giving you a debuff where if you run more than one race in a row, like basically if you run two races, uh she gets a permanent debuff to her overall energy as well as loses stats. Her whole deal is she just wants to leave her mark on the world so that, uh regardless of the whatever it costs, like she's totally willing to fucking die to do it. I'm like, all right, all right, Arden, calm down. The real Arden was buried in China after he had his racing career. He was sold to some Chinese breeders. He was buried out there, and his tomb, his grave, was very poorly maintained. It was basically just like a concrete slate with uh, his name on it, right? Until just last year, when thanks to Uma Musume fans, the tomb got a complete renovation and it looks really nice now. Yeah, I know, right? Well, it's not like a tomb; it's like a proper grave. It was not. It was buried. Well, like you gotta understand, Nick. Like these in Japan, right? Like these horses, like race horses and such, they're like as big as like sports celebrities. So they're like a big deal, you know? It could be, but the problem is after the horse is done racing, uh, aftercare for these retired racehorses is one of the more was so very expensive, and it's one of the issues that has plagued horse racing for basically as long as the thing it's been a deal. It's gotten better over the last like a couple few decades, but the glue thing did start because well horses got to go somewhere. That's like where that came from. That's where the joke came from, right? That wasn't even a joke. That actually happened. I don't think they did that with the Japanese racehorses because you can actually track very well what happened to the horses after they retired. Like maybe like the smaller ones that never made a name for themselves, right? I'm talking about like the one like the big name ones like Oguri Cap and Tamama Cross, so like horses like that, right? Hmm. Well, it's like their actual like they were buried there. I mean, if you want a conspiracy theory, you can. But a lot of like Oguri Cap, I know for certain was buried properly, like after he died. It's not like a tomb. I misspoke, and you're lingering on that. I meant like a grave. Like they don't have like a grand mausoleum for the horse. They have like a graveyard. They have several graveyards for them if they were like big enough and more famous enough. Some were buried at certain race courses. Uh, were like if they made their name there, they were like a big deal over there. And I didn't know about it until this game, right? Now I have an interest in an actual fucking sport. I have 3 more minnows to get through. Welcome to the after stream where it's just me just fishing my last 3 minnows. Scratch that, my last 2 minnows. I'd rather you not. What are you doing? What does your title say? Synth? Does it actually say that? Yeah. But yeah, most are. The big name ones that like so some Oguri Cap. I just looked up Oguri Cap specifically. He was buried like parts and all. No, I know what I'm saying. Like the horse's aftercare and such like that, and uh, what happens to them after they die is entirely dependent on how profitable the horse was. Well, that as well, yeah. Yeah, I was just getting some upgrades. Okay. The sheer amount of horses that are bred for racing every year, though, is like that's like not really possible. Thanks for watching, people. We'll see you next time.